Hello you guys, and welcome to this new practice with me. I'm so happy you tuned into this video. Today we're going to work a lot on our joints, and to be able to create happy, healthy joints, we need to move them quite regularly, preferably every day. So this is a practice that is really for anyone, no matter depending what age you're at or what kind of mobility and capability you have. You can do this practice, and I hope you will enjoy. We're going to go through the whole body. Make sure that you're sitting down comfortably. If you want to use a block or a pillow underneath your glutes and your sitting bones, feel free to do that. Kind of elevates the hips a bit to make it a bit more comfortable. If not, we're just gonna scoop into it. So I advise is to first sit on and extending the legs in front of you. So same applies, use a block if you need. Now, we first want to bring some awareness into our core, so we're not dipping in here, not using our body at all. So just bringing that awareness into our body, lifting up. We can scoop the glutes towards the side, as I always say. And then we want to start with our ankles and toes here. So first off, just clenching the toes together, extending and opening. A few more like this, just feeling into the toes, and using that strength to really clench as hard as you can as you come in. Then release and continue. Two more like this. Take one deep inhale through the nose and exhale it out. All right, we're gonna move on to the ankles instead. You can bring your hands below and beyond your back to create a bit more support here. Or if you feel like you have that strength in your core, just sit up with your hands onto the lap. Now we want to start pedaling our feet and ankles, one in dorsiflex and one plantar flex. So just bringing one foot towards you and then one away from you. One at a time, making sure we're moving mindfully through this, not rushing the movement, making it as even as we possibly can. And being this mindful about the movement is really about the whole practice as well. So we want to make sure we're not rushing through any part of the movement, always moving as even as we can, like a clock, instead of moving and rushing through certain parts and then slowing down towards the end movement, but rather doing it in a nice flow throughout all of it. So we're going to slightly slow down the movement for one last round. Then just point both toes up towards the sky here. We're going to create one big roll here towards one side in one direction. We're going to do a few circles. Don't forget to sit up tall here, so we're again not sinking into our posture. And then switching side. Two more here. We're keeping our ankles really mobile. It's quite important with our lower body and knees and hips as well, because they generate a lot of our posture and affects how our upper body can carry us as well. So really working on our ankles, knees and hips, making sure that our whole body is aligned and strong. All right, we're gonna just slow down, release the ankles here. Now what we want to do is, again, making sure we're coming up tall here. We're going to bend that right leg and right knee, grab hold of the thigh just behind, and then we want to create circles here. So just moving and pointing our toes. We can even flex and point the toe, really engaging the foot here, but trying to make the movement from the knee, so we're not using our thigh here to move around. So really keeping it consistent and stuck here in the same place, so we can use that muscle and knee joint as the movement here and initiate the movement. Two more circles here. And then we slowly switch direction, just going a few circles, making sure that we're always doing both directions in all the joints. One last breath. Then we're going to grab hold of our outside of the knee and the ankle or foot, If this feels too intense, dragging that foot behind, we can just hold on to the ankle as well. That's totally fine. What we want to aim for is creating this parallel movement through-wards. So moving this foot through-wards our chest and then slightly rocking. So if we're out here, we might want to just grab hold of the ankle instead and try to flex that foot so the foot is pointing up towards the sky here. One more deep breath here. Exhale and release it. Continuously wagging back and forth here. And then slowly to release this, just grab hold still of the knee and then rotate it towards the front. Then bend the knee, plant down the foot, and then we extend fully. So we're just going to switch side. We bend this foot, place it close to our butt, grab hold of the back side of the thigh, and we lift that knee and foot away from the mat. Again, we're going to rotate one direction here, making and isolating the movement from the knee. Perfect. A few more like this. It might even feel a bit heavy and a bit like a strain in the knee, and that means that you're really using the muscle around the kneecap, which is quite good, and switching direction as well. One more here. Perfect. Then we release that knee down, grab hold of the outer side and the ankle or the outside of the foot. We try to bring that foot parallel with the calf, just all the way to drag it towards the chest, and then we slightly rock from side to side. It's almost like carrying a baby. So that's what we're doing. We're just wagging it, making it comfortable, almost so we can fall asleep. And just a few more deep breaths. Really being conscious of the breath, because it makes sure that your body's relaxed and not restraining itself or keeping a negative intent towards what you're doing. So when we keep it open and flowing, we're also more accessible towards a greater benefit from this. Okay, one last here. Then we slowly release that foot, grab hold and plant the foot down close, then fully extend to grab it down and place it onto the mat. All right, we're going to start with our hands instead, so just bringing them front. Now, moving our fingers and pointing them up and then down. So just creating this motion of up and down in our wrists. A few more like this. Two more. Perfect. And release, clench together, and we're just going to circle the wrist as well. Externally first, we're moving outwards, down, in, and up. And then we switch and move the other way. Perfect. Then slowly release. We're going to plant on our hands and cup the fingers onto the elbow, onto the shoulders. Then we want to make big circles here, moving those shoulder joints. Try to make a round circle with the elbows, almost like you're drawing on a piece of paper. Just making sure we're really engaging the whole spectrum of our movement here. One more deep inhale. Perfect. Then switching direction, we were moving up, forward, and down. Few more deep breaths like this. Last one. Then can release our hands back down. We're gonna get into the neck. If you want, you can scoop your feet just close into you, maybe in a cross-legged position or sitting onto the knees as well, or we can stay in the same staff pose position. Now from here, we just want to tilt our head towards one side, feeling this side of the neck, getting a bit of a stretch out towards the top of the shoulder as well. Then slowly moving into center, we dip towards the other side. If we want a bit more of an intense stretch here, we can also use our hand and move it onto the ear, but I wouldn't actually recommend it too much because with the neck we want to be really careful and do really slow movements. Not going too intense, that's not really what the body needs here. One more time, tilting the head towards the side. Perfect. Come back to center with the head. We're just going to say yes and no. So we're starting with yes, shin to chest, and shin up towards the sky, look up. 2 more like this, slow movement. Take a deep inhale as you move up. Take a deep exhale as you tilt your head down. Last one, last inhale. And exhale, tilt your head down. Neutralize again, look towards the front. And we're gonna say no, we're just look towards one side. Come center and look towards the other. One more inhale. Exhale as you twist towards the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Allow your shoulders to really sink down low here, really fully relaxing into it. So we're not keeping them tense as we move the neck. Coming center and exhale, side. And last one, coming into center, release that. We're gonna create some half circles. We wanna dip our shin towards one side, move all the way around to the next one, and then move all the way back. And 2 more like this. Really take your time as you move through it. We're taking care of the body here. With kindness and with patience. Last one. Dip your shin towards the center and then move your head all the way up. All right. Thank you so much for practicing with me on the mat today. I hope you enjoyed this really calm and centered practice. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to be active. I will post weekly meditations and yoga. So I hope to see you here soon again, and I give you lots of love and have a great day.